Hi, this is Dr. Hyatt Frobose with Gestal here. I serve as the Swine Nutritionist and USA Business Director. I'm here to talk to you about the 3G feeding system that we market through Gestal and Jyga Technologies based out of Quebec City, Canada. To talk a little bit more about the Gestal 3G system for group housed sows, we've been on the market for about 5 years, starting in 2014. And we serve the customers in retrofit and new construction facilities where we're converting to group housing from stalls or building a new construction where we're housing sows in groups. Our specialty is providing the electronic control to be able to manage body condition and feeding allowances of sows on an individual basis while still having a low training, easy to use and simple system that allows the average slat level employee to utilize our technology without issues. We also work on a low maintenance, durable system which has been tried and tested for over 20 years. We developed this when we developed our lactation feeding system. It's a wireless and waterproof technology that communicates via antenna rather than having to be hardwired into a system. And that gives us the freedom of being able to communicate across broad distances and through interference levels. And that wireless technology also allows for the system to be standalone. And so each of these systems have a computer on board that if for some reason we do not have communication to the computer or to another unit, we have the assurance that each feeding system can feed sows individually so that when there is an issue, we don't have an emergency to react to. How the system works, we have a free access stall that looks like a Gestal. The majority of our producers will crate break sows and they breed and move into pens shortly thereafter, usually after pregnancy check. The advantage of the stall looking like a gestation stall is that if these animals are crate broke, they see this as a feeding place. And that simplifies the training process that we don't need to do training in the gilt developer unit. We can take an animal that has been confirmed pregnant, move her into a pen, and as long as we adhere to the proper ratio of animals per station, which usually we're talking less than 15 animals per station for gilts who are experiencing the system for the first time, but for sows that have experienced the system on a previous parity, we can have as many as 20 animals per station. Illustrated here is one station, but we will add or remove stations depending on the number of sows per pen. We found that the optimal ratio is 15 to 20 animals per station, and 30 to 60 head sow pens are where we see our best fit in terms of application. Static pens seem to work well for the average producer because we can have multiple pens per breed week or per batch, which allows us to group animals by parity and segregate them by breed day to allow easy management, and management similar to what we do in a snake in a gestation stall. The free access stall, when the sow walks into the station, the sow lifts the front, which protects her and closes her into the back of the station where another animal cannot interfere with her while she's in the station and consuming her feed. Her feed allowance is activated by an RFID tag with an RFID reader placed directly under the feed unit. When the system reads her tag, it looks for her in the system, asks if she's already consumed her daily portion. If she has, she's allowed to stay but won't receive feed. If she hasn't received her portion, it will start to slowly administer her feed over a period of several minutes to make sure that she's consuming the feed she's asking for rather than leaving a lot behind for another sow. When she completes her meal, she backs up, releases herself with a release bar. We found that with this simple technology and the ability to manage body condition, we can maintain or even improve performance relative to gestation stalls, and yet we still have easy uptake for the average slat level employee. We see over 75% of gilts training themselves if we adhere to the right ratio, and the maintenance and durability of the system make it so that customers can trust that this is an equipment that's going to last for the life of the barn.
This video is brought to you by Farms.com.